G4 presenta El Gicador contra El Nerdo Loco y Internacional Fenómeno. ¡Ataca the show!
Yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, sir! Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira, and it's good to see you. Hello.
And I'm Allison Asep. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. Happy Veterans Day!
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for keeping all of our pets safe and healthy. We couldn't do it without you.
Other kind of veteran.
Thanks to all the men and the women who have served across the world.
Yes.
Sincerely, thank you. In fact, check out g4tv.com/veterans. There's a list of places that are thanking said veterans by offering a bunch of free stuff today.
Free stuff!
What's more American than free stuff? Huh? By the way, happy birthday, Bernardo, and hi, Emery.
Yay.
Coming up on the show, director Edgar Wright will be here live. We're going to chat about blending music, video games, and manga into Scott Pilgrim versus the world. Well, a handful of dudes, at least. Plus, today's WTF comes with a Surgeon General's warning. Smoking is bad for your health.
What?
It's true. Here's my warning. Some people put smokes in their butt.
Whoa. All right. Then after that, we review the new T-Mobile G2. This Android phone claims to be twice as fast as the other 4G network.
That's a speedy claim.
That is fast. Find out if that's actually true on Gadgetron. And finally, optimism in humanity dies, yes, when we show you very brave, very stupid people later in Break Moments of De-Evolution. Their pain is your enjoyment. Congratulations.
That pretty much sums up Attack of the Show.
It really does.
Yeah.
The whole hour. There you go. It's time now to see what's been getting stuck in the interwebs.
We're going around the net.
Yep. I'm counting it out in honor of our number 5.
Oh, yeah. You
Why?
got to beat up that beat.
I know. There's nothing you can do to make the Jersey Shore worse.
Yeah.
Therefore, anything you might do to it improves that abomination, correct? Yes.
Yes, so Poor Gentleman's Records presentation of all the drinking, dancing, posing, fighting, and yelling of the show as a silent movie is actually a huge win. I gotta tell you though, the Jersey Shore cast wouldn't last long in the silent film era if they knew how venereal diseases were actually treated back then.
Really?
Because, yeah, it's a lot of pointy things filled with toxic goop going directly in your genital hole. That's how they did it.
Actually, that sounds a lot like New Jersey today.
Oh.
Not that I would know, but because I'm from there, crap.
Oh, you have no excuse. Where's your bump it?
Oh, my butt. For a second, I was like, what the hell's a bump it?
You know exactly what a bump it is. Like, which one, the Hollywood
I
bump
left
it?
it at
Or?
home today. I know. I'm trying to betray my Jersey roots. Oh, well. Not these roots, though. All right,
Did you get those roots in Jersey? Where'd you get those?
I got these roots in a salon.
Oh, thanks, science.
All right, today's number 4 is a new take on the iconic Old Spice ads with super friend of the show, Isaiah Mustafa.
Yes. He wears a cape. We've already seen a few spoofs of the shirtless deodorant spots, but this one from the British tabloid The Sun has 2 standout bonus features.
Are they boobs?
Hello, boys. Look at your woman. Now back to me. Now back at your woman. Now back to me. Sadly, she isn't me. But that's okay, because if you keep reading page 3 every day, I'll be in your hands smiling at you like you were with me. Look down, back up. Where are you? You're on a beach with the woman you'd secretly love your woman to be like. What's in your hands? Back at me. I have them. They're my coconuts, with 2 VIP tickets to that match you have to see. Look again. The tickets are now beers. Anything is possible when you read page 3 and imagine that I'm your lady. I'm on a car.
Well, I already like those commercials, but now I really like them.
Is a naked chick really all it takes to get you guys to like something?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're awfully quiet. Brian doesn't want to say anything because his fiance's here.
Pretty much.
Busted. All right, in at number 3 today, a glimpse into the thrilling world of rapper 50 Cent.
Yeah, we all know that Mr. Cent has a lot of money.
Cent.
But what we didn't know is that he uses a very unorthodox bank for his dollars.
You see that? You can look at that. You can close up if you want to look at that. You look at that and try to figure out how much that is. Huh? Figure out how much that is. It's bank bill, baby. Crisp. Now, that's a stash right there. Take a picture of my face. Look, this is my face.
That is your face.
Wait a minute.
What?
That car didn't even have an engine. I'm calling shenanigans.
Touche.
And second of all, if that were real, it might have been impressive, Mr. Cent, but you're not the only one with ostentatious piles of wealth. Be calm! I'm about to show you my vast fortunes. Now, a lot of people are worried about the stock market tanking yet again, of course. But these babies are guaranteed to grow in value. Be calm. Feast your eyes on this! Oh, what? Give me smiling.
That is
Give it. Bam!
Kevin, that's an excessive amount of cards.
Oh, they're not just cards, Allison. All right,
No.
listen up, ladyface. This is a highly collectible, limited edition, extremely valuable gallery of Magic the Gathering cards. Now, these babies right here, they go all the way back to the Alpha Edition, and they include several cards banned from the tournament play. Black Lotus, anyone? Time Vault? What? It's all up in there. You impressed? Oh, it's okay to be.
That one looks like a Pikachu, Kevin.
Yeah, well, any sensible investor has to have a diversified portfolio, am I right? So, yes, there's some Pokemons in there, and some Pogs, and sweet
some
mashers.
Twilight cards. There are Twilight cards in
Yeah,
there.
and those are not in the right spot. What is that? Someone got these all out of order. Dude, this took me like weeks to get this right.
Okay, Kevin, we have to keep doing the show.
What? Oh, come on. Not my bubble gun.
Kevin.
And you what?
We have to do the show.
Jigglypuff does not go before Mr. Mime. I'm sorry.
All right, you deal with that. I'll do the show. All right, in at number 2 today, inspirational videos are supposed to inspire you.
Put the revised Vesuvian Doppelganger before the unlimited Vesuvian Doppelganger. The hell, Peacock!
However, this one, dedicated to an athlete named Alexis, is supposed
Where's
to make
Red Corvette?
think about courage.
Where's my Red Corvette? Be calm, everybody.
Why do they continue to tape her?
Hold on, I usually recommend that you take on life's problems the Kevin Pereira way by not calling her back. But sometimes life's hurdles are real hurdles, and there's literally no way around them.
You could actually just go around hurdles.
I see what you're saying. I get it.
Still ahead, a spectacular disaster from Ohio.
Yeah. Still not calling her back. The Buckeye State keeps giving us explosive gold and a number 1 ATN. Stick around.
Is that why you never called me back?
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Xfinity.
Today's number 1 video is from Ohio.
Oh, no. How many people died?
I don't think anybody did, surprisingly. But a lot of property damage was done when engineers tried to demolish the 275-foot-tall tower from the old Ohio Edison Mad River power plant. That old thing.
Yeah, note to future demolition engineers, when you're trying to take down a building, don't Ohio it up or you'll end up as a featured MSNBC.com story.
4, 3, 2, 1,
We all know that cigarettes are bad for your health, but despite its medical effects, for many people, smoking is a passion. Yeah, it's okay. Just take a deep breath and say it with me. What the... The smoking fetish, a sexual fascination with the act of smoking, whereby the viewer is stimulated by watching someone smoke a cigarette. From French inhaling to blowing O-rings, these women have their audience entranced by the way they smoke their cigs from filter to roach. Oftentimes, these smoking ladies will accessorize for their viewers with gloves and cigarette holders. You know, for that classy, long smoke, reminiscent of the 1940s. And for the S&M community, some smokers apply red lipstick and wear black leather or latex. Others are more passionate about the cigarettes themselves, logging every brand and type of cigarette they smoke and critiquing them.
Smoking a nice long, maximum 20.
But for the hardcore fetishist, it's all about the dangle. Yeah, the dangle. That's when you let the cigarette hang off your bottom lip, hands-free, and make it droop a bit with your upper lip.
Is that what you wanted?
No, I'm not sure if I do. Psychologically speaking, the smoking fetish has its roots in early childhood. It is theorized that a bottle, pacifier, or thumb-sucking addiction may have led to an oral fixation in the fetishist's upbringing, which later on developed into a sexual dependency of watching others fulfill it. Others say it's a classically conditioned behavior, where the fetishist enjoys seeing the smoker as a stereotypically sweet, innocent individual behaving in ways that are considered taboo.
And so many things and people cause us to respond emotionally.
Either way, the average smoker has 30 cigarettes a day, about a pack and a half. So you know there's a lot of this content out there. In fact, there are over 5,000 related videos on YouTube alone, with dozens of dedicated channels and even more devoted sites, like pinkangelsmokes.com. Here, members watch live webcams of girls smoking for about $20 a month. And since there's a live chat, these girls will often get special requests for cigars, French inhales, and of course, smoke rings. Alright, that's kinda cool, but listen, if you enjoy seductively smoking for strangers to watch, we're not saying it's wrong, we're just saying it's unhealthy. And also, I guess we're saying, what the
Yes. Cat melangeal, everybody. It's both the name of the smoking fetish and I believe the kind of cancer you get from watching it. In person, I don't. Probably.
Cancer of your eyeballs?
Sure.
Ooh. Okay, on to happier things. Yay! Like the winner of our freaking epic giveaway!
Oh! Yesterday, folks, we gave away 5, count them, 5 comic book statues featuring Venom, Thor, Deadpool, Captain America, even Doctor Doom. They're all from the Marvel Presents collection, courtesy of Kotobukiya and KotoUS.com.
And the winner is Kevin H. of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hey!
Woo! Congratulations, sir.
Nice job.
Keep watching Attack of the Show for more epic giveaways coming soon.
That's
Still ahead.
awesome.
I know, I wanted those.
Yeah.
Kevin, you might not get them. I might steal them all.
Hey, no. Kevin H. gets
No,
them.
you'll get them. All right, we've got a spy plane that monitors the entire planet, and a new army chopper that are both cleared for takeoff in military tech.
Oh, sweet. And later, Scott Pilgrim director Edgar Wright will be here live. We'll punch each other and words will come flying at you. Not true.
What happens next?
chick on a rope swing. Yeah, what happens next? Does she go face first into the ground? Does she swing right into a post? Or does the rope snap in midair? Find out when we return.
Wrong love tonight. Attack will come again. What happens next?
Ah, hey, look. It's a chick on a rope swing. Yeah, what happens next? Does she go face first into the ground? Does she swing right into a post? Or does the rope snap in midair?
Right there on the ground.
Ah, don't worry, honey. The doctors will fix your face.
Well, hello, viewing audience. Hi. Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We're live. I'm standing here. Believe it or not, Allison Hayslip standing over there.
That's right. It's time to start the feed.
Okay.
It's Thursday, November 11th, and here are your top stories. The FCC is investigating Google. Yeah, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that numerous privacy issues raised by the company's Street View data collections have prompted the Regulatory Commission to closely scrutinize the tech giant. Specifically, the government is trying to determine if Google broke the law when it collected consumers' personal info from open Wi-Fi networks while gathering Street View data. The results of the FCC's investigation will likely play a major role when lawmakers discuss internet privacy legislation next year. Did you get all that? That was a lot of big words. Rock Band is looking for a new owner. Media giant Viacom is selling Harmonix, the company that makes Rock Band and Dance Central, citing poor sales of the developer's games. The franchise lost a whopping $87 million in 2009. On the Harmonix message boards, a company spokesman posted that, quote, "The announcement won't affect ongoing work at the studio, and the company will continue to support our existing franchises. We'll keep you posted on this story as it develops." It's official! The Simpsons will be getting a 500th episode. Yay! Today, Fox renewed the animated powerhouse for its 23rd season. The new episode order will extend the show to 515 episodes, and the sure-to-be-epic 500th episode will likely air in February of 2012, just in time for the Mayan apocalypse. Woohoo! But that still doesn't make The Simpsons the longest-running scripted TV show of all time. Turns out Gunsmoke is still a TV history record holder with a grand total of 635 episodes. Really? I don't even know what Gunsmoke is. And now, ripped from the pages of Fark.com, it's the Fark story of the day. Aliens stole the letter A! My name is screwed. All right, scientists have discovered an all-female species of lizard who reproduce by cloning themselves. But even more amazing is the fact that it was first discovered on the menu at a Vietnamese village restaurant. The hungry reptile scientist noticed that all the lizards were female, so instead of having a crispy lizard snack, he called in a father-son team of lizard researchers from California who confirmed that the delicious reptiles are indeed a brand new species. And then they ate them. I'm just kidding. No, they probably did. I'm Allison Hayslip, and you've just been fed. We'll go back to the Portuguese guy over there.
Hey! Hey! Oh, I was like, what do Portuguese people do? I don't know, actually. If you like playing Fallout New Vegas, you're going to love today's military tech. It features a robot that guards nukes in the desert. I'm sure that won't interest Skynet someday. No.
Front and center, soldier. Time to get briefed on the latest military advancements that are protecting us from any hostiles. From the battlefield to our open borders and even natural disasters, the U.S. is facing real threats. So what is being done to protect us? The engineers at AeroVironment have the answer. This is the Global Observer, the ultimate eye in the sky, a long-range communication and surveillance unmanned aircraft. Operating in the stratosphere at 65,000 feet, the Global Observer provides coverage in any area of the planet within a 600-mile diameter. Stealthy missions for this aircraft include observation over our unprotected borders, persistent communications relay in the battlefield, and sustained weather monitoring and support for disaster relief operations. Still in development, the Global Observer will continue flight tests throughout 2011. From up in the stratosphere, we head to solid ground. Our bombs and missiles are designed to protect us from our enemies. But what's protecting our bombs and missiles? Meet MDARS, or Mobile Detection Assessment Response System. His job is to patrol the Nevada National Security Site. Equipped with forward-looking infrared and radar, this RoboGuard is designed to perform random patrols and check inventory on the massive 1,360-mile nuclear testing facility. Onboard sensors and real-time video allow a remote operator to detect intruders. With speeds of 20 miles per hour and a battery life of 16 hours, MDARS makes sure that no evildoers get their mitts on our nukes. The Nevada National Security Site is looking to employ more of these robo-sentries in the first half of 2011. Finally, let's leave the defense behind and get into some offense. Check out the X-2 Raider helicopter from Sikorsky Aircraft. Designed for the Army, this next-gen helicopter is the fastest on Earth, slicing through the air at speeds of over 280 miles per hour. This super chopper features twin coaxial counter-rotating main rotors and a pusher propeller. This design gives the chopper superior maneuverability and the ability to operate at extreme altitudes. The X-2 Raider is capable of armed recon missions with 2 pilots, or assault missions with the ability to transport 6 troops and gear into action. Following a design review in 2011, the X-2 Raider is projected to be ready for action by 2014. So stop sleeping with one eye open. From protection of our borders, weapons, and troops, military tech is on it.
Once again, it's time for viewer-requested Gadgetron.
Yeah, so remember, if you don't like it, it's your own damn fault.
The T-Mobile G2 is supposedly the fastest phone ever.
Yeah, it's the phone that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
The 4G wars have officially begun, and T-Mobile's first line of defense is the G2. With theoretical download speeds of almost double other 4G networks, this Android phone blazes through browsing and messaging as fast as a slide-out keyboard and touchscreen will let you. And if you don't want to use your hands, there are plenty of voice-activated functions as well. Experience beyond fast for $130 with a contract.
Was that
Morgan was shouting at the
screaming in
tanks in
ecstasy?
protest. I really don't get
She
what goes
really
on.
likes the phone.
Yeah.
All right, it's the T-Mobile G2.
Whoa!
Bam!
Look at that thing right there in her
It
hands.
is about the same size as an iPhone. It's just a little bit thicker. Yes, I said thicker. It weighs about 6.5 ounces, which is definitely more than the iPhone.
Yeah, it's a bit of a brick.
It's got some heft to it, all right? So what are your thoughts on the design?
Well, again, it is a little bit on the heavier side,
Yeah.
which is okay for me after a couple beers, but typically I'm not a huge fan. The hinging design, which we'll get to in a second, I'm going to unload on that one. And the keyboard, the on-screen keyboard, for some reason, they shifted some of the keys around, so you have like less... Your space bar isn't actually in the middle on it. It's kind of offset to the side. I don't know why they did that. It was a little frustrating. I'm sure you'd get used to it if you owned one of these guys, but it was a little weird for me at first.
Right.
3.7-inch touchscreen. This thing looks clean and it looks sharp. The colors are vibrant. However, it will be hard to read in direct sunlight, so no beach tweeting. It has an optical trackpad at the bottom, which is great if you're a BlackBerry user, but it's kind of unnecessary.
It really
since
is.
you can just touch the screen or use the keyboard.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing about the keyboard. It's not like a slide-out keyboard. It's on a swinging hinge, as you can see.
It's very weird.
Yeah, so it doesn't lock in place, and that could be an issue if you're like lying on your back and texting. It'll just flop down. Or
It also bit me when I tried to open it once.
yeah. Well,
It bit me.
it's food aggressive. It's the Charlie. It's the Charlie of cell phones. I'm not a huge fan of the hinge. It's wonky
And-
for some people.
Yeah,
I mean,
and also, will we be able to see this? I'm not quite sure, but if you can see it through there, it just looks like it's on really weak hinges. Like, I'd be scared of snapping that off.
yeah, for good reason. I mean, only time will tell with this device. I'm sure they did many tests opening and closing it. I'm sure they built a giant robot just to do that, but, we'll find out in a couple of years. What a
hinge
sad robot life.
All right, so the G2 runs on Android 2.2, which I use my Droid, and I like it, so that's awesome. So has T-Mobile done anything different? It just started vibrating at me. Is there anything
That's the
different?
lady feature.
I know. Is there anything different with the OS?
Not really, which is a good thing. I think don't mess with it. It runs on an 800 megahertz processor, but don't let that fool you, people who were just shouting at your TVs. It launches apps quite quickly, as you can see right there. Pinch and zoom work great. You can flip and swipe with ease. It's just as good as any other Android phone that we've tested. With that said, again, screen response time, as with most Android phones, not as sharp as the iPhone. Just have to point that out. It does support Flash 10.1. That can be a little wonky when trying to navigate Flash-heavy websites, but who has those anymore, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither.
All right. So now the big selling point to this phone is its 4G-like speeds. 4G-like. So does it deliver?
Yeah, it does actually. We found that in some areas it was actually faster than other 4G phones.
Whoa!
It uses T-Mobile's.
Was it 5G?
Not quite.
Oh,
not
okay.
quite. You could
4.3
round up and it'd be in that area. It uses T-Mobile's HSPA Plus network, and on a speed test there, it would clock anywhere from 2 to 5 megabits per second, which is not too shabby. The darkest purple on the map here, all right? So not the regular purple, the deep dark purple here shows where 4G coverage is, which may not look like much, but T-Mobile estimates 4G coverage to be about 200 million people by the end of this year.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now, a major metropolitan area, say like your Los Angeles, it's covered pretty well by their 4G, we found.
And our freeways.
Yeah, which is why you'll be using your phone a lot, because they don't move.
Exactly. Now, they also tout the voice controls with this phone, so is that as good as we expect from Google?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
You can do things like speech to text, you can call numbers, search the web. You do have to speak clearly, though, so if you're trying to do like a Google Voice drunk text or sext, it probably won't work too well. You're going to have to tell the people in the cages to be quiet while you speak into the phone, and then it will transcribe it for you.
Do you often mumble while you text?
Well, yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mouth's
Just
full.
making sure. Oh boy. All right, now the camera is
I like to eat and sext. Is that so wrong in this day and age?
Depends on what you're eating. All right, the camera is 5 megapixels and can shoot in 720p. So how does that look?
Looks okay. When shooting video, it doesn't stabilize if you're moving. So pictures can get washed out in extreme situations.
Stop
but
moving,
as you can
Danny.
see, if you're not moving too much, it's all right. And the images and the colors are very crisp. You get 12 gigs of storage out of the box, 8 of which is upgradable to 32 with a micro SD card slot. So just keep that in mind. Was that crazy on the math there?
Yeah, I was like, my brain hurts.
It
What just
supports
happened?
SD cards up to 32 gigs. It has 4 built in. That's what you need to know.
All right, I got it. All right. So you can pick up the G2 for 130 bucks with a contract on Amazon's wireless site. So at that price, what are we rating it?
We're giving it a 4 out of 5. The hinge design, the lack of a front-facing camera, and the weight, they're a bit of a bummer. With that said, though, the phone is quick, it's responsive, its download speeds surprisingly fast, and you don't have to pay the extra $10 a month for 4G service like you do with other providers.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty sweet.
All right, so Americans have long enjoyed many aspects of Japanese culture. There's manga, sushi.
Tentacles, underpants stuff. All the goods. But now it's time to give something back by sending U.S. athletes to run all over their sacred mountain. And that means scaffolding.
American Ninja Warrior starts December 8th, but you can check out this year's contestants at g4tv.com/ANW2. American Ninja Warrior 2.
I'll remember that. Stay tuned, everybody. Edgar Wright, the director of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, will be here live.
You say?
The feed is brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more.
Folks, this week, Scott Pilgrim took his fight against the world into your living room.
This ex-boyfriend's thing is messing with my head. Exes. Why do you keep saying that? Girl from earlier? Roxy? You know this girl?
Oh boy, does she know me.
What is she talking about?
He really doesn't know. He really doesn't.
Wait. You and her?
It was just a phase.
Just a phase?
You had a sexy face?
It meant nothing. I didn't think it would count.
It meant nothing?
I was just a little bi-curious.
Well, honey, I'm a little bi-curious.
What happens next? Joining me now, the director of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Edgar Wright, everybody. Soak it up. This is your victory lap. This is your victory lap. You get to do donuts in the middle of the floor if you want.
It's very nice to be doing a victory lap for Scott Pilgrim, which just this week became the highest grossing movie of all time.
Congratulations. Did you
Thank you.
Did Jimmy Cameron give you a call to concede?
He did.
And he's very gracious in defeat, isn't he?
He did. No, it's nice. We've been doing like a bunch of screenings for like the sort of Blu-ray coming out, and
now, wait, let me ask you about the gross thing, because I love the movie, by the way, and I know everybody else here did, but some people go, oh well, the first 72 hours, I don't know about that window with its gross, and then it'll make it back on DVD. Do you even care, or do you feel that there's this pressure now, like for the Blu-ray to perform?
Well, not so much. I guess like most of my favorite movies kind of like didn't necessarily did gangbusters when they originally opened. So, and most of my movies are exactly the same. Like, so I'm a big believer in the long game, and you know, I don't think the history of every film can be written in the first 72 hours.
Right.
I mean, it's not a Broadway show that opens and closes. It's there forever on Blu-ray.
Of course it is, and I love that. You know, we were talking before the interview that especially a movie that is sort of geared towards that the geek and the nerd faction out there. That normally it's okay. Here's the DVD, and 3 weeks later we're announcing the special DVD, and then 6 months later there's going to be the Criterion thing with the extra bonus track of the whatever that connects to a chat room, so 12-year-olds can curse. Yours is packed with features. Like, did you just want to get it all done in one, and you're like, let's get it out there?
I think I was aware that like if we didn't do something with all the footage right now, these hard drives would go corrupt, and I didn't want to be looking for stuff in 10 years' time. So, yeah. But no, I've always put a lot of kind of TLC into, not literally the band. I've always put a lot of TLC in.
I was like, I missed that bonus feature.
That's the only thing that's not on the Blu-ray is TLC. Yeah. But then we put a lot of kind of work into the extras because right back from Spaced and Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, you know, people really respond well to kind of like having lots and lots of features on it. So, and you know, and there's a lot of interesting things about the making of it. So
absolutely, but I mean, I popped this in last night and I said, let me see some of the extras, and I realized I would be finished in like 2017. Have to get in a time machine to come back and ask you questions about all the features. There's like 20 hours of bonus stuff on there.
Yeah,
and some of it blew my mind because you're watching Michael Cera try to throw a box into a waste bin 30 times in a row on the outtakes reel. But then we watch another shot, and everything is CG. It's like, oh, this is the CG Michael Cera on the CG this falling here from the... And I didn't even know that. Why didn't you just CG the damn box over his shoulder?
I figured we could do it, and he did it. And it only took... What you see on the DVD is as long as it took to do. So it's, you know, it's 15 minutes of shooting, and he got it in 15 minutes against, like, you know, another special effect. So, but I think that it's impressive that he did it. Like, you know,
that's true. No, he did nail it. But I mean, looking at some of those shots, I mean, are there some times where you're pointing the camera going, oh, I hope the After Effects dude knows what he's doing here on this one? I mean, because I know you had a good effects supervisor, but some of those shots were insane, the way you had to comp 14 different takes and 3 different angles just to get one punch to look a certain way.
I guess we all knew what it was. You see on the Blu-ray, you see a test that we did in like the summer of 2008, and that was, you know, myself and Bill Pope, who, you know, shot the film and shot The Matrix, and Double Negative, who did the visual effects, and Brad Allen, who's the stunt coordinator, who works with Jackie Chan. So it was an amazing, like, world-class team of collaborators, and you know, we had a blast kind of putting all this stuff together. And you know, as you probably see on the making of stuff, the cast do a lot of the stunts, you know, like, so the cast do a lot of work, because it isn't a superhero movie where people have their faces covered up. You know, their faces are like front and center in all the fights.
Who was the biggest wuss? The entire cast, who were like, come on, just take a punch, just take one.
No, everybody was good in it. Everybody, I mean, Michael Cera had to do 7 fights. You know, all the extras only had 1 each, but he's in 7 of them.
He had a CG body double. Come on, are you saying he's a wuss? It's okay to say it. Say it right now. Let's start a feud.
Look on the making of. He does a lot. He does a lot of stuff. It's amazing.
What I love is that you've given us the world not only such amazing gifts in the form of great movies that we all enjoy, but for Halloween I could just wear any shirt out of my closet and some guy liner and say that I was an emo dude from Scott Pilgrim.
It's like, well, but prior to this, like, my greatest gift to the world was the easiest Halloween costume of all time, which is Shaun in Shaun of the Dead.
Right.
Probably the Blues Brothers is even easier, but Shaun, if you've only got 2 hours, you've left it too late on Halloween.
You swing by a Men's Warehouse, you'll be fine.
Shaun's pretty easy. But actually, this Halloween, I just got, you know, bombarded with photos of people dressed up as Scott Pilgrim characters. And there's like 20 to choose from. So that was amazing. Oh, look, there's some. There you go.
Did you go out as a vegan warrior for Halloween?
No, I didn't. But the people have made up their own, like, sort of title cards and stuff. Lots
That's
of
fantastic.
Roxy's.
And so now what? We're out of time, but I know you're doing some screenings and you're sort of enjoying this release here.
Yeah, no, it's been really cool. I just was around. We did LA, Toronto, Boston, New York. We got an Amoeba signing today, and then we got some screens at the New Beverly, and then I'm going to take a break.
Done.
And
So what is your break?
The Blu-ray is out there.
Is it Xbox and?
I've been catching up with all the DVDs and TV shows that I've missed out on the last 2 years.
All right. Well, if you want, I'll give you some Mad Men spoilers or some. Are you watching Evil Dead? We'll spoil that too.
I've seen Evil Dead before.
Okay. All right. No, just making
You
sure.
mean Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yeah. No, Walking Dead. I'm up on Walking Dead. I'm watching The Walking Dead and Eastbound and Down and just like catching up on all that.
Love the candy powers.
The TV shows that I've want to see.
All right. Well, we'll let you get back to the TiVo, but we can't thank you enough for stopping by, Edgar.
Thank you.
And thank you for Scott Pilgrim because it really is one of the most enjoyable films of the year.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yes. Scott Pilgrim versus the World is out on Blu-ray now. Give him the love. But now, back to Allison Hayslip versus some products, I think.
Oh, Edgar Wright, I'm totally in lesbians with you. All right, if you've got some money, I've got these rich bastard items for you to attack. In case you didn't know, wealthy people like to listen to music just like you and me, huh? They just require ridiculously expensive audio wear. Meet the Vox Olympian speakers. These pieces of musical mastery take over 1,400 man-hours to build from the ground up. They're crafted from some of the finest elements in the universe, such as gold, silver, beryllium, and even tellurium. Okay, I think we're just making these elements up now, all right? These speakers won't disappoint on your next yacht party. They might set you back a little bit, though, starting at $328,000 for a pair. Oh, my God. So, you like going on a relaxing bicycle ride, but you feel like your bike is weighing you down? Now with the world's lightest bicycle, that's no longer an issue. Designed by Fair Wheel Bikes, it's made almost entirely out of carbon fiber and salvaged parts from the former world's lightest bike. This two-wheeled wonder hits the scales at only 6 pounds. Now, to put that in perspective, professional racing bikes weigh almost 2.5 times as much. Now, while it's not available to the open market, you might be able to pry it out of their arms for around $45,000. So what do money, exercise, and vibration have in common? No, not that, all right? It's the Vibro Gym Evolution Diamond, of course. This vibrating piece of exercise equipment allows you to shake off the pounds in style. Sporting over 65,000 Swarovski crystals, the vibrating plate is used by both European soccer players as well as celebrities to loosen rarely used muscles and lose weight. While you might be asking yourself, why would I want diamonds attached to my workout gear? You should really be asking yourself, why don't I already have diamonds attached to my workout gear? Order one today for $70,000. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of these items of wealth and more. Right after the break, find out how many D-evers it takes to screw in a light bulb. Break moments up next.
Great job, Jerry. What's up, hype?
Kevin.
How's it going, man? You good? Oh, excuse me. I'm so.
No, excuse me.
What are you doing here, American pornographic actress Riley Steele?
I'm just getting ready for my trip to South Africa for the World Cup.
Oh, but didn't that end like a few weeks ago?
No, they have all kinds of World Cups down there. This one's the World Cup of sex.
Oh, so like an international orgy, huh? Well, look out for the Canadians.
No, it's a South African Sexpo. A 2-hour special airing all the pole dancing and mechanical penises you'd expect. All in terrifying HD.
Great.
Sexpo South Africa airs Sunday, November 14th at 10 p.m. Eastern, only on G4. Coming up tomorrow on AOTS, adult entertainer Riley Steele drops by with swinging sex chairs and gets motorboated by a giraffe at Sexpo South Africa. Then Morgan Webb takes a closer look at the Vietnam gameplay and zombie fighting presidents in Call of Duty Black Ops. And Dallas Mavericks and HDNet owner Mark Cuban swings by to talk about the future of TV. See it tomorrow.
The yard.
We were stomping the yard in here today.
We gotta check in with the Twitter wall.
We were breakdance
checking
fighting.
in with the Twitter wall.
Hey!
Yes.
Cody Elizabeth wants to know why you aren't in Lesbians with her, Allison. I know you got it out of your system in college, but...
That's what I was just going to say.
Oh.
I got it out of my system in college. Thanks.
But,
Fine.
well,
You obviously know my entire love life, so continue.
But could there be latent tendencies floating around there? Should Cody not?
I think I can give Cody something for free. How about that?
I get what you're saying. All right.
No, I mean, like, actually give her something.
Oh, all right.
Can I
Let's give her
actually
something for free.
Yeah.
Yes, for joining us on our Twitter wall today, Cody. You'll be receiving Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on Blu-ray.
Plus, wait. It gets even better. Whoa, it gets way better than that. All right. You got a Scott Pilgrim skateboard.
What?
From Globe. Signed by Edgar Wright, Scott Pilgrim creator Brian O'Malley, and the film's cast.
That is insane.
It's super sweet. Here, I'll lick it for you, too. There you go.
Yeah.
That's as close to in lesbians as we're getting.
Yeah. No tendencies left. Right.
I just licked a skateboard.
By the way, not you folks and nobody on our Twitter wall, but some people are dumb.
Yep. Thank God for that, or else we wouldn't have had these clips for break moments.
Starting us off is the story of a man, his face, and a very large slingshot.
You can probably guess how it ends.
Well? Yes. Our rating system this week is carnies/strippers. How many are we giving this guy?
I'm gonna go 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we knew what was gonna happen.
It's a good start, though.
Yeah.
Now, in the spirit of our rating system, here's a light bulb trick that's kind of an old carnival classic.
But I'm pretty sure this guy isn't a carny. He's just an idiot.
There's the bag. Ow. Show the light bulb, sir. It's definitely broken. That's nasty, Mike. Open your mouth. Open your mouth and show the light. Are you bleeding yet? I might be. I don't know.
Only on the inside. How many carnies/strippers do you want to give him?
I'm gonna give him 5 out of 5.
All right. That's fair. Don't feel bad for him. I bet his poop looked like tinsel.
Or he died.
Many thanks to Edgar Wright for coming on the Pilgrim. If you, for some reason, haven't seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, you owe it to yourself.
Seriously.
To see it. It's amazing. Many thanks to Allison Hayslip for being in Lesbians with our Twitter followers.
Thank you, guys.
And thanks to you guys. And as a special thanks, X-Play is going to start right now. We're going to do that for you. Because we love you.
I want to see X-Play right now.
You're going to what?
I'm going to see X-Play right now. In like 5 seconds.
Can you put it on the video wall?
Ohio!
Ohio.
There were